Hi guys, I'm Daniel Abt and today I'm gonna show you around our Abt factory here in Kempten, which is based in the south of Germany. This is where it all basically started with the company Abt Sportsline, and you're gonna see all the behind the scenes now, so follow me and let's check it out. So, welcome to our main showroom. This is where you will find a lot of cars basically already shortly before delivery to our customers. So in here right now we have a lot of RSQ8 Legacy Editions, which is of course our most favorite special model at the moment. We're gonna build 125 units of that. We currently have 2 black ones in here and also 1 in Daytona gray. So basically whenever you want and whenever you're around this place, you can come in, you can just check out the cars, look at it. For us it's important to be open to the public because in the end it's all about passion, it's about great cars, and we want to give access to all of you to also see that. We have a lot of more cars, RS3R, RS6 Signature Edition, RS7 and so on. I'm not gonna go too much into detail, but I wanna show you our basically newest part that we have built. Here we have a Q8 with a nice body kit in white, but now look at this. I mean, the showroom you've just seen has basically been built in 1991. So, I mean, it's a long time ago. We actually have a long history. Our history goes back to 1896 when my grandfather founded a blacksmith. I'm now the 5th generation, and of course over the years you always try to evolve and also create new spaces. And this one, which we call our signature lounge,
you must be you got it. You got it. You must be you got it. You got it. You must be you got it. You got it. You must be you got it. You got it. You must be
is actually the newest place that we have built, and I'm totally proud of it because it's just amazing to be in here. A great setting for great cars, RS6 Legacy Edition in red, also the Euro Scatenato, which is for us the first Lamborghini that we did. Great feedback on that one, 840 horsepower, so just an amazing spec, also with that baby blue color. I love it. I think it's really cool. And of course in here we renovated the whole space. It's for our customers, you know, when they wait for their car. So if you wanna, I don't know, do an event. For example, we did an event at the beginning of this year. We called it Friends of Abt. We had a lot of people here. We had a DJ in front of the big LED screen. So we can use this place for whatever we want. And then of course, one thing that's very important to me, and I think also to people that come here, is to get a very good espresso. We have a very, very good, I would say we have an Abt espresso machine basically. No, I mean just it's very important, you know, for us to look at small details, and for people to come here and spend a lot of money on cars and on passion. It's important that they feel like at home, and we want to treat them like at home, and therefore you will get the finest espresso you can imagine at this place. So it's just really cool. Of course, always some Red Bull up for grabs, a big partner of us in Motorsport, which is a place, I mean, the Motorsport department that you will see later in this video. But for now, I think, this is for me really an absolute highlight with this LED wall. We can put all the movies we want on this one and just create a great scenery. So, incredible, I would say. Now I'm gonna show you a special room that we actually built for privacy and also to have a room where we can deliver cars. We call it the Schmid, which basically is also a bit dedicated to our history. You know, we wanted to create this style of our history. That's actually my grandfather right here in a place somewhere else in Kempten where he started his business, which looked a bit different. But that's just a place that's really cool. You know, you can present cars, you can also have some meetings, you can invite people. We also have a back door. You know, sometimes we have some customers that don't want to be seen in public space. So that's why we created this room, and super happy and proud of it. I think it looks great. You will see this type of style throughout our company, which is, you know, the style that we found for us. I think it fits our company and also the area that we live in, to have this wood style with a bit of, you know, this kind of industrial modern style. So that's just a cool place to hang out. Actually, there's one secret here because it just looks like there's anything in here, but actually, you know, sometimes you also want to have a nice a nice evening with some wine. We have all of that stuff right here. Yeah, just really a cool place. Super happy about this. Obviously also a place where we did a lot of YouTube stuff already. We had many special guests, German rappers, GMK, for example, also here, checking out their cars and handing them over. So yeah, for me, a place that I really enjoy being in. So now let's talk about motorsport. This is our motorsport museum, so you will see a lot of historic cars, starting with an old Formula 4 car. This one was actually driven by Ralf Schumacher. He was driving for our team back then, making his first steps in Formula racing. Also, my uncle was a racing driver, doing Formula 3. These are old Formula 3s, so this is around 91, 93 something. So very different to how Formula cars look like today, obviously. Then here we have a lot of history also. Maybe one of our best years in motorsport was 2009. We entered 3 championships, DTM, GT Masters, and I was doing Formula 4, and we won all 3 championship titles, which was something cool. So I still have my championship winning Formula 4 car here. I actually drove this one when I was 16 years old, so half the age of what I'm now, which is quite crazy because these are quite fast. But yeah, different time. My start in motorsport basically after karting. This is a Formula E show car. You will see some more Formula E cars later also. That's an old Abt race car, which is one that my grandfather actually drove. So here's a lot of old trophies. He was a great racing driver. He did 2-wheel and 4-wheel. He was an Abt works driver. He knew Abt very well and was in a close relationship with the family, and yeah, he just built the whole motorsport legacy and was a great guy. Unfortunately not alive anymore today, but if he would be here, I think he would have some great stories to tell about the craziness of racing back in the days. You see some 2-wheel motorcycles that he raced, so yeah, super proud obviously to have that here and to have that history also, which also founded our motorsport program all throughout all the years. So what you see here is the GT stuff, DTM, which started, like the new DTM started in 2000. We were entering as a private team against Mercedes and Opel. Completely drove at the back of the field until 2002. We basically won the championship as a private team against Mercedes as a works team, which was incredible. Then Audi took over with the A4 DTM up until the RS5 DTM. So yeah, just for us, I think to give you a quick overview, that motorsport is really important for us because you learn so much. You have to be competitive, you learn to bring cars to their limit, you learn team spirit. There's so much in it that just transfers onto the road, and our claim is from the racetrack to the road. I mean, I feel like a lot of brands actually say that now, but I think we can really prove it because we have the trophies, we have the passion, we have the experience, we raced ourselves. So yeah, just a very important part of our DNA. And yeah, now let's take a look at the rest of the workshop. So now let's look behind the scenes, because up until now everything was a public space, but of course now we are a bit behind the scenes. This is our, I would say, basic workshop, where just daily stuff is happening, cars being repaired. We also are officially Audi and Volkswagen service, so you can come and just do small stuff, but also of course big stuff, building cars like this R3R. Look at that color, oh, I love it, incredible. That's the one I would go for. So yeah, you will find a lot of different cars in here, obviously being repaired and stuff. This place is also pretty important for us. That's the detailing part. So here, cars that are finished are getting the final touch-up. That's an RSQ8 Legacy Edition with a satin look. So that, in my opinion, is also really cool. So if you look here, you see brake calipers and also the one of 125 small details. Super cool. I actually am a big fan of the satin look. That's pretty nice. So yeah, that's our workshop number one. Now let's go outside and have a quick look, because we have one more on the right and one more on the left. So we have the motorsport department on this side, but I think before we go there, I want to show you one place which is one of the most important parts of our company, which is the dyno. So I think actually it's running at the moment. Let's have a quick look. I'm just gonna open it up. I'm not sure we're interrupting a run right now. Yeah, come on in. They currently have an RS6 on the dyno, which is really a top dyno. We just upgraded it last year to have the top spec, to be able to do all the setups, you know, on the engine mappings, check the power and so on. Everything that we develop is basically developed in here, so you can have a live overview of what the car is doing, of where we are. So yeah, for us, of course, a very important part of the technical department. Also in here, we're building the 1000 horsepower cars. So for example, here right now, you see that there's a lot of different parts for the interior. We have one 1000 horsepower car being built, which actually gets the orange interior right now. So you see that's all the parts that are ripped out of the car, and then they get the new leather, and then we put it back in, which is really, really complicated. Car is not finished at all at the moment, but I think it's cool to get a quick look of how a car looks like. So it's really torn apart. And here you see it, orange being put in. Blue-orange, it's a quite crazy combination, but that's the cool thing, you know. Every customer has a different taste, different style, and you can just do whatever you want. This one is also having the 1000 horsepower upgrade. You see it right here. It's put on here 1000. Actually, the engine gets put out. It gets new pistons, new turbocharger. Everything is redone. It has a special system integrated. We call it IWI system. It's indirect water injection, which means there's a water ethanol that gets injected into the engine, which cools it down and then helps you to get the 1000 horsepower. Also, we have our own app in Apple CarPlay, so you can activate and deactivate the system. You can monitor everything. That's really, for us, that's the top level of engine upgrades that we're doing, and it's just fantastic. It's really, really cool. And then of course, with all the interior and stuff, I mean, if you look here, special carbon parts. See, that's actually an engine cover right here, made out of carbon. It's just not put together yet because they still have to run it, and you just want to make sure that when a customer gets his car, everything is perfectly put together. Over here, that's our 1000 horsepower RS7 prototype, which has almost 100,000 kilometers now. We went on the Nordschleife to do many long runs with our 1000 horsepower upgrade to make sure it runs well, it works well. Of course, everything street legal. So yeah, just for us, a very important part. Yeah, so as you see, dyno is just really a core element. I mean, we have power upgrades for small cars, for big cars. It doesn't matter. It doesn't always have to be a special edition, fully complete up car. Sometimes people come and they just do a power upgrade, or they just buy some rims, or maybe just do a little bit of suspension upgrades, or some interior stuff. I mean, it really, really depends on what you like. Here we have another RS6 Legacy Edition, obviously with stock wheels, so don't worry about that. I mean, that's something just for you to maybe tell you a bit behind the scenes, or just to give you an explanation. We are not ordering the cars directly at Audi because we are not a dealer. We're not selling cars, we are selling tuning. So we buy our cars through dealers, or the customer already has its own car. And then of course we advise, or we say to the customer, take the lowest spec rims, because anyway we're gonna replace them and build a special package. That's why these rims are on. Normally you would not, probably not fit them on your RSQ8. You see that most of the cars are Audi, but actually we also do Cupra, we do Seat, we do Skoda, we do Volkswagen. We actually have a direct partnership with Cupra starting next year, which means you can order an Abt Cupra directly from the Cupra dealer, which is huge for us in our history, which just shows that you know, within the Volkswagen group, we are, I think, highly respected, and we work together and we just try to make great cars even better. And yeah, that's a partnership I'm really looking forward to. Then we have another workshop over here, which is mainly for bodywork stuff. So you see RS4, here we have another RSQ8 Legacy Edition. A lot of cars being prepared and built up. You know, the business obviously changed over the last 30 years. Back then it was all about having a front spoiler or splitter here, whatever. You would sell single parts. Right now, what we mainly sell, apart from power, is, you know, these complete cars, special editions, high-level tuning, which is, I think, something we're very proud of, because I think the quality and the way the cars are built is really highest level tuning that you can get. And yeah, right now we are in our motorsport department. So this is where the motorsport magic happens. Here we have our lineup for our motorsport program. We're doing GT racing, we do DTM and 24 hours of Nürburgring with Lamborghini. So you see we have 4 GT3 cars here currently. This is actually the one that raced in the 24 hours Nürburgring, still looks like that. Still has all the scratches from the racetrack. But then of course we have the second one, which is being rebuilt exactly the same like our DTM cars. They're just getting a new wrapping because it's off season, so everything is prepared. The cars get extracted, rebuilt, and yeah, it's just made sure that they are in very good shape for racing. But then of course we have another program, which is Formula E. All these cars are normally placed here, but they are already gone because Formula E starts in winter. So the cars are currently in Valencia for pre-season testing, so we don't have them here. We have some safety cars for DTM, which we also do together with Cupra. So we build them and bring them to the racetrack. But then we have something which really defines from the racetrack to the road, which is our Abt X GT, and it's built back here. So the Abt X GT is actually based on the Audi R8 GT2 car. We get the chassis delivered in our factory. You see it basically looks like this. So there's no engine, there's no cover, there's basically just the chassis itself, and then the cars get completely built up, painted in the colors that the customer wants, etc., etc. And basically we make them road legal. So this car is not just for a racetrack, you can actually drive from your home directly to the racetrack. It's a really special, really cool project that we are very proud of, and there's a few being built right now. So here we have the engine already in it. Here we actually have one that is totally built, or basically 2. This one in GT silver. I think it looks fantastic. Here we have a different spec with gold rims. Also pretty cool in my opinion. And it's just been great to see so many different amazing colors on the XGT, from purple to green to black to yellow to whatever you can imagine. It's a very special car, limited to 99 pieces, and they are all being built here. So this is also a very special place because we have a lot of historical cars from our past here. Really cool to see. We used to have them in different places because we just didn't have the space. So we built this kind of garage here to showcase what we did in the past. But then of course we also have some current cars. We have some Lamborghinis, the Revuelto, the Huracan, Technica. And you can see we have 4 more XGT chassis. That's it. These are basically the last ones being built before we deliver the last one, and then this project is over and done and there's no more to buy. So yes, something really cool. I don't know if you know this car, but that's also been a special project that I did on my German YouTube channel. This is based on a very normal Audi A1. We called it the A1 one of one. It has a white body kit, completely new interior, really a lot of specials. We actually swapped the engine on this one. It's straight piped. It's not road legal, but it's been a really cool project car to showcase what we are able to do in this company, to showcase a bit of fun and technology on YouTube. And yeah, I really enjoyed this one. And to be able to produce all this, you know, content, all that stuff, I mean, we are really active on social media. We have over 1 million followers on Instagram, we are on YouTube, like this one. I have my German YouTube channels and so on. We also have a production company, which is based right behind this quite heavy door. So let me open this up for you. Come in. This is basically the marketing department and content department. This is actually an old Abt Urquattro, a really special car that my dad used to drive. Still up until this day, just fantastic to see. I'm a big fan of it. And yeah, you see, this is the type of styling we did also for the marketing department, just to feel the vibe that we want to represent as a company. You know, it's just a great place to be creative. You see another XGT. Actually, this one is probably the craziest specs so far. It's a Lamborghini color or painting. It's called Oro Alba, which is a mixture of orange and kind of pink, purple, chrome rims, chrome rear spoiler. So yeah, just super, super cool. Very expensive painting, but also very special. You see in the backdrop, there's all the content guys producing stuff. We have a lot more people here doing the marketing. And then to wrap it all up, this is my back office, my best friend and partner in crime, Toby. We do a lot of stuff working together. And yeah, this is where I spend my time hanging out. You see a lot of racing helmets. I mean, I've been a racing driver for over 20 years, but now my focus is really just on pushing this company forward. We celebrate 130 years of Abt next year, so very special year for us. A lot of new cars coming, a lot of stuff in the background happening. We're gonna have a cooperation with Cupra next year, so you will be able to buy an Abt Cupra directly through the Cupra configurator, so something we've never had before in our history, and there's more good stuff coming. But for now, I just hope you really enjoyed seeing our company. Let me know if you want to see something else on this channel, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Leave a like and a comment, and see you next time. Bye.